What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So you know that I'm very bullish on Jasmy. You know that I've been holding Jasmy for a while, and I like to kind of toot my own horn, pause, for lack of a better term, to where I feel as though this is really going to make a huge move to the next level. Like I feel as though you're going to see this get up to that level of 5 cents before we see April. Somebody asked me in the live stream today, and they were like, "Do you believe we're going to see 5 cents before the end of March?" And honestly, with the way that things are trending, I do. The only exception is if we have a major pullback that honestly affects the entire market for the time being. Now, what we saw recently was more of just like a liquidation attack, right? A leverage attack to where they're trying to create a chain of liquidations. And that's exactly what we saw. That chain of liquidations hit a lot of people hard. Short term traders, long term traders, as long as you are invested in these positions, within that time period, it hits you hard, right? Even just mentally, you had to go to somebody to get clarification on whether you should sell your position, whether you should hold on to your position, or whether you should, decide to, average down or whatever, right? And I didn't want to sit here and give everybody, the advice that they just wanted to hear. I just told them what I'm doing, right? I'm very patient. I'm very calm. I know what happens here. I've seen this. This isn't my first rodeo when it comes to a liquidation attack and when it comes to liquidating a lot of people's assets in more of a snowball effect. So I was calm, right? I understood that Jasmine would bounce back, that this may have been an accumulation phase for a lot of people, and some people saw it as that, and some people didn't. So, anyways, I want to talk to you about Jasmy Coin and the fact that I believe it's going to get to a level of 5 cents by the end of April. Now, this is a bold prediction. It's not saying it will 100% happen. I do believe that that will be the case, because I think the strength is going to be very big within this one. Now, I never give out predictions like this to where it's a short term prediction. I talk about where it's going to go long term. And how we're going to see it hit a certain level, maybe by a certain point, but it's more extended out. I never really go through this. And I'm not saying that you need to go all in and take this as a large risk on my shoulders, on my back, because I'm just giving you the information that I believe will happen and where my mindset is right now. Because again, everybody's having their own opinion. No one knows exactly what's going to happen within crypto, but it all depends on how the market reacts. So let's talk about this. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Now, don't forget, if you guys want to trade on Margex, I have a link to Margex in the description where you can start trading up to 100x leverage. You can trade 5x leverage, 10x leverage, whatever you want. But just make sure you get the practice that you need, because it's not as easy as people make it seem. Just because all of my positions in my Margex portfolio are green doesn't mean that yours will all be green at the same time, or the ones that you buy, if you copy my specific trades, that they're going to be green for you. Just make sure you build your own strategy and you can trade successfully in the future. But if we look at where Jasmy is currently, it's at a level of 2.1 cents. So if you didn't know, it came down hard yesterday. And right now it looks like it's up about 16% because of how far it has come down. Around this same time yesterday, it was down to 1.8, 1.7 cents. And now you're seeing it at its full force to where it hovered for pretty much the rest of the day after it did bounce. Now that bounce came with a lot of people, believing that this is a time to buy a lot of Jasmy. Maybe they were newer into it and they saw the Jasmy videos and all of a sudden they were like, yes, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. And if you missed it, you're like, ah, man, I missed that opportunity to buy it below 2 cents. Because honestly, I believe that this is going to continue to move. So anyways, it's up by 16% in the last day. In the last 7 days, it's still up by 8%. And then you see about 300% for the last month. And over the last year, it is up about 300% as well. So the point is that we did see a bounce. We're currently still sitting at a $1 billion market cap with $358 million worth of volume. If you look at how much I do have, again, I have $17,000 worth of a gain, currently sitting around where I invested at 0.004 or 40% of a penny, and it's 28% of my portfolio because of how high it did rise. Now I had 4,000 that I net invested, and again, I'm up $17,000 on it altogether. You are looking at 21 or 28 days of typical hold time, so factor that into your decision as well if you're deciding to buy it. But I wanted to kind of go into the chart a little bit. When you look at this pullback was significant. Now, was this the major pullback that we all thought we would see, the pullback and kind of hold and then bounce and then slowly make its way back up? No, right? I thought it would be a lot less, right? Currently, you saw this pullback at a level of about 45% overall. That's a huge pullback. I expected a pullback down to the 200 EMA. That's what I wanted to see. And that's kind of what we are seeing here with this pullback there. So if I go and draw another, ruler, if I go and draw exactly where that is hit, it dropped by about 23, 24, 25% overall back down to the 200 EMA. And that's what I was expecting. Eventually, I was expecting about a 25% pullback. And now we can see that slow buildup. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now, where it has hit this level. And yes, it did surpass this level, but it immediately broke back above that level and used it as that level of support. So it shows that it wasn't supposed to break that low. It's hovering and bouncing off of the 200 EMA, and I expect that to continue to have those bounces there. Now, the next move that I expect to see this go is kind of just start trickling its way up, start pushing its way up, creating another like higher high. So it's creating a higher high, higher low, or higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? That's what you're seeing within this area. And I think that will continue until we see or we get close to the halving, right? I think we're going to see a certain level that it does resist from at the halving rather than before the halving, and then we're going to see maybe a couple of months after to where this does start to push up after that retracement. So pushing up here, I believe before we see, April, we're going to see this really approach that level of 5 cents. And I think that's going to be a significant level. Honestly, I think 4 cents is a really significant level because it brings it up to a $2 billion market cap. But 5 cents, with just what 5 cents means to a lot of people, does actually bring into account that that's going to be $50,000 for people that hold $1 million. And I've seen people that hold multiple millions, and that's a significant level that people want to get to. So I'm going to be looking at that and gauging the system, gauging exactly what it's doing to see what I'm going to do. But I have my certain price levels that I plan to sell at, and 5 is one of those, right? But if it does skyrocket past 5, then I will set my stop at 5 just in case it does come back. But as it gets to 10, that will be my hard sell for my first initial investment, as well as my profit that I can take at that point. So I see a bounce off of this level, but it's going to be a slowly but surely bounce up and movement up to kind of break the 3 cent level and then work its way up to getting to 3.5 cents, getting to 4 cents and 5 cents, and pushing up just like something like the meme coins have done. This is at a $1 billion market cap, and this is something that actually does have use case. I truly believe that Jasmy coin will make it to those levels before we see the halving actually happen. However, after the halving or during the halving, we may see that things start to retrace in the overall crypto market. Bitcoin gets to a new all-time high. A lot of other things get to new all-time highs, and then they finally start to retrace a decent amount, maybe another 25% or 30%, maybe a bigger pullback than what we expected, but still giving us all that's here a larger opportunity to continue to hold without seeing it completely decrease, So anyways, let me know what you think about Jasmy coin and this overall breakdown. Very simple. I didn't want to do anything crazy to where I was going through, historical figures and, showing a lot of information that I feel like just makes it overcomplicated. But it's just very, very simple, and seeing the 200 EMA and that bounce off of that 200 EMA. So anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Make sure you hit that like button. And also make sure you check out some of the links down below for Marjax and my Patreon and all that stuff. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.